Hello, my name is Madeline Contua, and I will be giving a personal story today. So this story takes place in my home in Seattle. My parents graciously let me use their guest house for a cocktail party, and I was so thrilled, of course, because I'm so excited to have an event like that since no one in college usually does things like that. It's like, I never hear someone saying like, oh, I'm going to a gala or something like that. So I was like, yes, I'm going to make it happen. So, of course, I have my graphic designer friend make a invitation, and she was like, so what kind of colors do you want? And I was like, definitely gold and navy blue. This is just what I see in my head when I think of this party. So she makes these invitations, and I start to invite people, and this is not one of those like Facebook event type of events. This is one of those events where it's like you get this envelope in the mail or on your bed, I don't know, delivered, and you get it and you're like, oh wow, this must be an event. So anyways, I started to send these out, and I was just like getting so excited, right? Then my sister tells me, she's like, yeah, I've just been really wanting to play Dungeons and Dragons lately. Like, I just think it's a really cool game and I want to get invested in this. How do I do that? And I was like, oh, well, I happen to know a guy, and I just think that he is really the person that you should be talking to about that. And she was like, okay. And I was like, well, maybe we could just have like a low-key game. Like at my party, it'll be in the basement, in a room, and it won't last that long. It'll just be a mini version. But I also don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, so I don't know how long it lasts. So I tell her that. She's thrilled. She invites her friends based off of that. And then we start off the party. You know, it's a very elaborate event, and, you know, things seem to be going okay until the Dungeons and Dragons game starts, and that's when I was like, where did everyone go? And I go downstairs, and I open the door, and literally, like, 2/3 of my party is just in there playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I was like, okay, when is it gonna be over? And it just went on forever and ever. And then finally I was just like, okay, I think it's like nearing over, right? So a couple problems with this, which you could take into your own like party planning in your future. Don't ever say yes to Dungeons and Dragons at an event that you are hosting, because it's just a whole other event in itself, you know? It's not like a sub-event or an activity at an event. It's its own thing. And so just say no. And two, I just feel like I was walking around the party, and I was like hearing people be like, have you seen so-and-so? Like, where are they? And I was just like, yeah, I don't know. They're probably in the room downstairs. 10 out of 10 times I was right, so just so you know. So those are some problems. Another problem that was just super sad was that we did not get to have a photo booth, because my youngest sister was just like, this is like not a cool party, so I will not be in charge of this photo booth. So she said no, and then we improvised, but good thing my sweet friend Sydney brought tools so that we had little glasses and crowns and all of the above, so we made do. Yeah, I just feel like if you are going to be planning an event, just take these tips and just say no. You never have to say yes. If it's your event, you just say no. And that's just what I've learned. Obviously, be inclusive, but if you have a vision, you need to just roll with it. And also find amazing friends that will help you clean up after your event, because that was probably the most special part. I'm done.